slow down after the first 9 weeks. What happened is we are reviewing technically, because we're supposed to know how to graph a line. You're already supposed to know how to do, we're going to do slope today. You're already supposed to know how to calculate slope. It's a lot of review stuff. That's why we progress through it. We're taking the 2-1-2-3 quiz today. You would like me to get it graded as quickly as possible. I haven't seen your face. Don't look like that. You can cry. We're taking the 2-1-2-2 quiz today. You would like me to grade it as quickly as possible because our Chapter 2 mid-test, which is going to be 2-1 through 2-4, is going to be next Thursday. Not next Friday, next Thursday. Why next Thursday instead of Friday? It's got more questions than our last test. And remember how rushed we felt on our pep rally day doing a test? Wasn't that stressful for you? It was stressful for me. So we're going to make sure it's on Thursday so we can have the full, complete class period. So just so you know, if you're one of the calendar person over here, that's good. Write it down. Next Thursday is the Chapter 2 mid-test, so 2-1 through 2-4. Okay, so you got out your notes. You got like 3 problems to work, and then I swear I'll let you work on your quiz. Let's see. Okay, we were doing rate of change yesterday, and today we're going to talk about the slope of a line. So that first blank is slope. Slope is the ratio of the change in y to the corresponding change in x. The slope of a line is the same as its, we talked about yesterday that they were synonymous, they were like nicknames. Slope in what word, what phrase? Rate of change. Okay, we actually worked a problem yesterday with this slope formula. I assume you know it, but if not, you might want to make sure you circle it. Slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And x1 and x2 aren't equal to each other. We're going to go ahead and work these 2 examples. Now, when I work a slope problem, I go ahead and label the points. The first set of points, I call them the ones, x1, y1. The second set of points, I call them the 2s, x2, y2. If you want to write the formula, you can. It doesn't hurt. You can just jump straight to doing the math, though. The reason I label my points is because now I'm genuinely doing what my math teacher called plug and chug. Plugging numbers in, chugging out an answer. So y2 is 5 minus y1 is -3 divided by x2 is 3 minus x1 is 1. So I end up having, what is my final answer? I have 8 over 2, which really is 4. Perfect. Perfect. Are there any questions about that one? Then we're using that exact same logic on the second one. I say x1, y1, x2, y2. If you would like to focus, Okay, if you would like to write the formula again, it doesn't hurt. You don't have to. So y2 is -1 minus y1 is 7 over x2 minus x1 is going to be 8 minus 8. And I end up with a 0 in the denominator and -8 in the numerator. So what do I write? We can't do that. We can't graph that. So we would write undefined. If there's 0 in the denominator, we call it undefined. If you want to abbreviate that, UND, UNDF, if you want to spell it out, I don't really care what that says. If you have 0 in the denominator, it's going to be undefined. Okay, I'm trying to make your life easier and not give you, well, I'm not going to say any homework tonight, but not much homework tonight. So flip to the back. Go ahead and try number 3 and tell me what you get for the answer. Say it again, Nick.
Isn't it 3 over 5?
That's what I got. Okay, so y2 minus y1, I end up getting positive 6 in the numerator. x2 minus x1, I end up getting positive 10 in the denominator. 6 over 10 reduces to 3 over 5 because 6 and 10 are both divisible by 2. Are there any questions on number 3? Then go ahead and try number 4 and tell me what you get. Perfect. You should get negative 5 over 8. y2 minus y1, you get 1 minus, no, wrong problem, it's going to be easily. y2 minus y1, you get negative 9 minus 11. x2 minus x1, you have 24 minus negative 8. You have negative 20 over 32, but both of those are divisible by 4, so it reduces to negative 5 over 8. Are there any questions? Again, we're flying because I assume you know how to do this. If you don't, speak now. It won't hurt my feelings. It's going to hurt my feelings when suddenly you don't know how to do it on a test, though. Okay, well, we had 2 things we were going to accomplish today. We just accomplished the first. We found the slope of a line. I think the second thing is easier. Determine the rate of change of a graph. No formula required, just counting. So if we look down at the bottom. Now, when we count, we are picky about where we find our points. We would like a spot on the line that is crossing through the grid really nicely because, for instance, right here is on a nice point. We're not sure if that's at half, is that at a fourth, we're not sure. So when it's on the actual lines, on the actual grid crossing, it's easier to tell. For instance, this is at 0, negative 1, 2, negative 3. So it's easier to tell where the points lie. Okay, slope is rise over run. So it's up and down, and then left and right. So I'm going up 1, 2, 3. I'm going left 2. If I go left 2, is that a positive 2 or a negative 2? It's a negative 2. So my slope is what? Woo! Careful now. What goes in the numerator? The y or the x? With slope, who goes on top? Y or x? Y. So it needs to be 3 over negative 2. Miss Brister, she's with me first period, she says you have to rise before you can run. Like you have to rise out of bed before you can run down the street. Okay, let's do number 2 together. And before we go any further, those of us who have negative issues like Miss Compton, I swear signs are my worst thing in life. I don't know why. So if it leans to the left, it's supposed to be a negative slope. If the line leans to the right, it's supposed to be a positive slope. So on this next one, I know I'm supposed to get a positive answer. So just for those of us who have negative issues like me. Okay, I'm trying to pick 2 nice spots. This one looks like a nice spot. This one looks like an okay spot. And so I'm going to go up and then to the right. How many am I going up by? Oh, I thought so too, but we've got to read. They tricked you. They're counting by 2. So going up 1 block is actually going up 2. Okay, and then I'm going to the right 2 blocks, but that's actually going to be 4 because, again, they're counting by 2s on both scales. So my slope is actually, which reduces to 1/2. Perfect. Okay, you go ahead and try number 3. Tell me what you get. Yes, dear.
I got 10.
They tricked you. It looks like they're counting by 2s on the X, but they're really just counting by 1s. I know what you did. Yes, dear.
I got 5.
Yes, it is 5. So let me show you what they did, because they tricked on last week too. So these are the points I picked, but literally any 2 points on this line will work, because every point on this line, I mean, we can, not every point, but we can find lots of points that are crossing through the grid that would have worked.
I just think we did it with the 10 woods, with the dot.
Oh, that would work. That would work. I just put mine here. It doesn't matter where you put it, really. So from here to here for me, I'm going up 1 mark. But if they're counting, it looks like the marks are 5. So 10, 15, 20. So I actually went up 5. And then I went to the right 1 block, which I would have thought was 2 blocks, because I thought I saw them counting down here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But look, they still had the others. They just didn't label them. So they tricked you with their markings. So basically, finding the slope using a graph is super easy when it's like number 1 and number 4 and it's normal 10 by 10. But on 2 and 3, where they start counting differently and changing their scales, that's when life gets hard. Okay, number 4 is your last one. It should be an easy one since there's no scale tricks. Woo, that was fast. I don't even know. Is he right or are you right? Okay, I agree that's negative. I picked these 2 points. I went up 4 and then to the left 1, so it's 4 over negative 1, which is negative 4. Are there any questions about any of this? Okay, then oh yeah, I think you picked it up on the way in, because I left it up there, my bad. The 2.3 checkpoints, because we're done with 2-3 now. I mean, we did the slope, we did the rate of change, we determined the rate of change of a graph, we've done all the things in 2-3. The 2-3 checkpoint is on the podium. I'm going to say, why don't you work on that after the quiz? That's what I'm going to call your homework tonight, but let's face it, Paige can probably get the quiz done and the checkpoint done and be done. That should be her goal, so she really doesn't have homework. The 2-1 and 2-2 quiz is going to happen now. Notice that I didn't put you in rows, my bad. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spread out our desk. I just need your group to have a little space. If I see those wandering eyes, I will be mad. I'll be so mad. And you will get your 0, which I know is what you desperately been wanting for. Okay, so I called it a complete group. The problem is this is my first. I was in geometry land forever. I forgot recording this. The internet does not even know my secrets.